The universe is conceptualized not merely as empty space, but as a dynamic, conscious energy. This energy is referred to as a non-local intelligence, suggesting a pervasive, interconnected awareness. This intelligence operates on a scale and complexity that transcends current scientific understanding. It indicates a profound form of life or awareness, challenging conventional models of existence. Perceiving non-local intelligence is directly contingent upon an individual's state of awareness. This intelligence actively seeks recognition from conscious entities. It requires a deeper understanding of nature beyond conventional scientific frameworks. This understanding integrates holistic rationality to fully grasp its presence and function. Human history reveals an accelerating potential for development and change. Physical evolution of the human species spanned millions of years. This extensive evolutionary period established fundamental capacities. These capacities form the basis for ongoing human adaptation and progress. The long-term trend of evolution underpins our ability to develop. It highlights the inherent capacity for dynamic change within the human species. The last 40,000 years mark a period of exponential growth in human cognitive capacity. This growth is particularly evident in abstract thought, innovation, and learning abilities. This era represents a significant cognitive leap, distinct from physical form evolution. The human mind has undergone rapid, profound changes in a relatively short time frame. Human cognitive expansion refers to the rapid development of intellectual capabilities. This expansion has enabled significant mastery across various complex fields. Such fields include science, where understanding of the natural world has advanced. Technology has also seen profound innovation and development due to this cognitive growth. Achievements in medicine and athletics further demonstrate this capacity for mastery. These accomplishments highlight the human mind's dynamic nature and its potential for radical change and advancement. Humanity has achieved monumental external advancements in science and technology. These achievements reflect significant progress in understanding and manipulating the physical world. However, the exploration of spiritual identity has progressed at a slower pace. Fundamental questions of existence remain largely unchanged for millennia. This highlights a disparity between external technological growth and internal spiritual development. Science excels at analyzing and mapping external phenomena within the physical world. However, scientific inquiry faces inherent limitations when addressing certain profound questions. One such limitation is defining the fundamental essence of life itself. Science also struggles to fully explain the genesis or origin of life. This highlights a gap where direct, repeatable personal evidence is often absent. Such existential questions often lie beyond the current scope of empirical scientific methodology. A new mode of perception is unlocked by understanding the universal language of symbols. Humanity's unique ability to store information externally has been fundamental to its development. This capacity began with the creation and use of early tools, marking a significant cognitive leap. Prehistoric art and cave paintings further exemplify early forms of external information storage. Over time, these foundational elements evolved into complex systems of language and imagery. This progression formed the essential basis for the development of modern intelligence and communication. A symbol functions as an abstraction, representing complex ideas or experiences concisely. It conveys an idea, mood, or experience that can be recalled and understood later. The human brain continuously processes hundreds of symbols. Often unconsciously, these processed symbols are assembled into meaning, forming the basis of understanding. Symbolic communication is a natural fit for higher intelligence, facilitating complex thought. Meaningful coincidences, often termed synchronicity, serve as a symbolic language of intelligence. For a coincidence to be considered a message, it must represent a specific idea, mood, or experience. It also needs to occur with a noticeable regularity or significant impact to be recognized. Furthermore, the coincidence must function allegorically, conveying a deeper symbolic meaning. These criteria distinguish mere chance from profound, meaningful occurrences. Meaningful coincidences must be sufficiently special or strange to be memorable. This distinctiveness prevents them from being dismissed as everyday occurrences. Unlike human language, these cosmic messages are often simple in their structure. They focus on a few significant components to achieve maximum impact. Most individuals tend to dismiss strange coincidences as mere random occurrences. However, a fundamental shift in belief is essential to interpret these events meaningfully. Without belief, the mind does not allocate the energy needed to decode coincidences. This lack of dedicated mental effort prevents coincidences from becoming meaningful messages. Belief functions as a critical focus and activation key for the mind. It enables the mind to recognize and receive subtle information. This conscious act of openness and intent is crucial. It breaks the cycle where experience solidifies belief, and belief enables experience. The scientific approach demands empirical confirmation before accepting new information or phenomena. This rigorous methodology can inadvertently restrict the recognition of subtle forms of communication. Conversely, an intuitive approach allows for the perception and interpretation of nuanced signs. This is comparable to a wildlife tracker's ability to discern faint clues in their environment. Believing coincidences are meaningful symbols activates an innate human skill for abstraction. This initiates a personal dialogue with a non-local intelligence. The process is akin to learning to read, where understanding the ink of synchronicity reveals its wisdom. This engagement allows for deeper understanding beyond conventional perception. This model describes a two-way communication flow with an intelligence. Outward communication is initiated through focused thoughts and intense emotional energy. These energetic thoughts serve as a signal or broadcast. The universe responds by creating meaningful coincidences related to these thoughts. This response mechanism requires an initial expectation of a reply. Following the expectation, a state of letting go is necessary for the process to unfold.